Hi guys, this is Agrineed from Philippines. So for today, we will be talking about all about our worm tower. So come on, let's check it out. So guys, this is our setup for our worm tower. So we have here the worm compartment or the worm cabinet wherein we'll see our worms. So let's check the worms. So these are the worms. African night crawler, guys. Yeah. So I'll just try to get one so you can see. Yeah, right there. African night crawler. So what you see here, guys, is what you call vermicast or a poop of the worms. Okay? Yan. So I use these worm castings for my garden. So they will have a lot of nutrients that they need for plant growth. Okay? So what we're gonna do is we extract the essence of these worm castings using our worm tower. So we'll just get it back. There. So we have a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 worm trays all in all. And then after that, water will go down into this container. So this is just all of these are just DIY. So let me check. Let me get this one so you can check it, guys. Oh, whoa. Hindi natin lagay. So what you see right now, guys, is what you call the worm tea or the extracted essence coming from the worm tray before, from the worm castings. Water is here and all the nutrients were extracted. So we will just use, we can use this one. A metal funnel. So metal, since we want to avoid corrosion into the metal itself. And we will be transferring it into these containers. Okay, so after extraction, harvest time, this is the finished product, worm tea. So so as you can see, I've already used a little bit of it on my garden. Okay. So where does the water come from? Come here. I'll show you how it works. So we have here a submerged or underground. We place the water underground. Ayan.
It was buried.
Yeah, buried. Ayan. It was buried underground.
Not really buried, partially.
Partially buried underground. And so we have here, we call this area the pump section. So this area is, this item is the pump itself that will push the water upwards before, right there. So water will be pumped up into this tube going here onto the worm tower. So going back, yeah. And then the next part, guys, is just the fittings or the water connection. We have a T right here wherein we have installed what you call a Venturi tube or Venturi meter. So it helps in aerating the whole system. So how does it work is this portion, air will come here and then water will be pumped here, and then they will combine at this outlet. So what will come out here is an aerated water. Okay, so it needs to be aerated or oxygenated so that your worms can breathe, because worms breathe through their skins, so they still need oxygen. Oh, by the way, let me just tell you why we submerge it or partially buried it to the ground. Is it because this ground here in the Philippines, the climate is tropical, okay? So these worms need to operate at a temperature of around 25 to 30 degrees Celsius. So it's already hot in here if we will not be including it. That's why we partially buried it into the ground, because the soil temperature at the ground is a lot cooler. Okay? So aside from helping in the space, to conserve space, it also helps in maintaining temperature. That's why it is buried, partially buried into the ground. So to sum up, guys, the whole process goes like this. So first, we have water that is being pumped to the worm tower, okay, using these tubes. So after that, the water enters the worm tower, wherein it enters the worm bins, which is this one. So inside the worm bins, we have here the worms, the composting worms, the African night crawlers, and the food that they eat, which will be turned into worm castings. So the water stays there for some minutes, and after that it flows together with its nutrients down to the bottom, which is also this one. And then after that, we harvest it using these empty containers, and we filter for possible foreign objects. So we just want it to be pure liquid as much as possible, like this one. Check out our next video about harvesting worm fish.